What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Torpedoes and Tarantulas. Gonna try to do a video that I haven't done in a while. I'm gonna try to do some feedings. Like I said, try to do some feedings. I can't guarantee that anybody's gonna eat, but I'm sure that we will get some takedowns as this little guy tries to leave its enclosure. So we'll start with the first one here. You could tell by its abdomen that it's quite plump and shiny, so this one might not eat for us. This is my Tlitzocatl albopilosum sling. Let's see if it wants a worm. I didn't expect that it would. You can see it is pretty plump and shiny there on the abdomen. Of course, now the worm is not moving. So this little guy is the one that I got as a freebie from Nature's Exquisite Creatures. It has molted once since I got it a couple of months ago. I don't know, is it hungry or not? Looks like it's trying to take the worm. Yes, there we go. Alright, so there is one tarantula feeding. Let's move on. Alright, so this little guy is one that I just rehoused a couple of days ago. Let's see if it is interested in food. This is my Hapalopus Columbia large. This tarantula has not been very skittish or defensive. It seems to be pretty chill so far. It's quite unusual to actually see it hiding like it is right now. So I don't know really what's going on there. But this little guy has been a pretty good little spiderling as far as, like I said, not skittish, not defensive. And it's got a... Damn it. It's got a voracious little appetite for such a tiny little sling. It's one of the smallest spiderlings I've ever had take down live prey. Most of the time, spiderlings this small, I have to pre-kill the food. But this little guy has taken down worms no problem. Sorry about the notification there. Forgot to turn that down. Alright, so we've wasted enough time waiting for this guy to feed. Let's move on because we got a lot more spiderlings to try to feed here. Alright, so this next spiderling is one of my new additions. This is my Cereopagopus species Bach Ma. Oops. Dropped the worm right on top of it. Didn't mean to do that. I've only had these guys for a few days, but this one seems to be pretty chill as well. Of course, I'm not going to let that fool me because this is an old world tarantula. And so, you know, at any point it could bolt or be defensive or anything that they're known for. This worm, okay, there we go. It's starting to move a little bit now. Are we going to get a takedown? Yes, no, maybe. Alright, well, I don't think it's hungry, but at least we got to get a good look at it. It's a beautiful little tarantula, so let's move on. Up next, we have my Brachypelma bomi spiderling. Hungry little guy. This one, too, has been one of those that, since it molted a couple of weeks ago, has not disappointed. Every time I put food in there, it always gives a good takedown. So there we go. That was the Brachypelma bomi. Next up is another one of my new additions. This is the other old world terrestrial. This is the Ornithoctone species Mindanao South. Sorry about the notification sound again, guys. I fed this one the other day, and it did not hesitate to jump on the worm. You can see its legs just off to the right of your screen there. We'll wait just a few more seconds and see if it wants to come out and take the worm. If it does not, we will move on. Here it comes, and there it goes. All right, that was another one fed. Let's move along. So I don't know if this next one will eat or not, but we will try and see what happens. This is my Aphonopelma moriae, one of the most expensive spiderlings I have. And it was hungry. Awesome. There we go. Let's go on to the next one. So this next one is one of two, and both of them have been pretty good about eating lately. They will usually take the worm right off the tongs, just like that. Awesome little guys. That is my one of two of the Avicularia azuraclassi. Some of you know that I had three, and then one of the slings died. That's just kind of one of those things that's common in the hobby with Avix, is just sometimes they just kind of suddenly die as spiderlings. But these two guys are doing pretty well. They're gorgeous little guys. Really curious to see what they look like as adults. This is known as the powdered blue pink toe. There's the first one fed. Let's see if its sibling wants to eat. All right, so here is the other one. These guys also are pretty calm little spiderlings, not at all skittish really, or defensive or anything like that. There we go. There is the second Avicularia azuraclassi, now eating a mealworm. Let's move along. Up next, this is my only communal. This is the Heterothele vilacella communal. I got 4 of them at the last expo that I went to, but since I have housed them, I usually only see, or have only really seen 3 of them. I have not seen all 4 of them out at the same time feeding or whatever. So, just like with a lot of people that have communals, once you house them, you don't see all of them at once, so you don't know if all of them are still alive or not. A lot of times you won't know until you have to rehouse them or whatever. But that was actually a mealworm molt and not an actual mealworm. I don't like how that's going. The tarantula has not taken the worm yet. I do not want the worm loose in the enclosure with such small slings. Well, I just cannot keep track of where these damn worms are and pay attention to the camera here. I think I'm going to abort this one, and let's move along. Up next, we have my Brachypelma vagans, which molted here 2 or 3 weeks ago, and this little guy has been a voracious eater. In fact, when I was watering yesterday, the little rascal was actually attacking the water, so I wouldn't be at all surprised to see this thing rush out here and grab a hold of this roach. This thing has been a crazy eater. Of course, now it wants to be shy. There we go. That was the Brachypelma vagans. We didn't see much of it, but it's fed now. Let's move on to the next one. So this next spiderling is another one of 2 that I have. This is my Aphonopelma seemanni. This is the first one. And that's all we're going to see of that. It snatched that roach right off the tongue so fast I didn't even see it. But there's a little glimpse of it. Is it going to come out for us and show itself off? Yes, it is. Looky there. Look at that bluish hue that this thing has on it. What a gorgeous tarantula. Both of these guys have molted within the last 4 weeks or so. So they are all growing nicely as we get a small little happy dance before it goes back into its hide. There we go. That is Aphonopelma seemanni number 1. Alright, so this is Aphonopelma seemanni number 2, and this will probably be the last feeding of this video, and then I will do another video or 2 maybe, because I still got quite a few tarantulas that I've got to feed. So there we go. That was the last one for this video. Be looking for more. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and of course take care of yourselves and each other. God bless. Good night.